Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Nadia Ramadhani. I'm from 5BA class. I'm going to tell you about variable types in research. So, in today's presentation, I'm going to be more focused on independent and dependent variable. Variables is a special name that given that only applies to experimental investigations. So in an experimental investigations or research, we call variables as the thing that we're going to be measure or we are going to measure in the research. So there are one is called the dependent variable and the other one is independent variable. The first one, independent variable, is the variable that is the cause. Its value is not dependent of other variables in your study. Or we can say that the independent variable is the variable that the experimenter changes or controls that is assumed to have a direct effect on the dependent variables. So um, it it is assumed that to have a direct effects or the experimenter are going to measure the effect on the change of independent variable towards the dependent variable itself. Okay, next. So the dependent variable is the effect. Its value is depends on changes of independent variable. So in an experiment, the experimenter manipulate the independent variables and measuring the outcome or the results toward the dependent variables. For examples, in the experimental of if the effect of nutrients on crop growth, so the independent variable is the nutrients or the given nutrients. For example, like the number or whether or not it's much or not, that's going to have a direct impact on crop growth itself. That's going to be measured by the experimenter. Okay, going to the examples of independent and dependent variables, so you're going to easily understand what is the difference of both variables. The first questions: do tomatoes grow fastest under fluorescence, incandescence, or natural lights? So the independent variables of this kind of research is the type of light that tomato plant is grown under. So the tomato plant is grown under some kind or some types of lights, means that the rate of growth of the tomato plant are going to be measured. For example, like the high light are going to give a, a kind of good growth of the tomato plant. For example, like the height of the plant of tomato itself are going to be higher when the light is better or something like that. Second of all, what is the effect of diet and regular soda on blood sugar levels? So the independent variables of this research is that the type of soda you're going to drink, means that the researchers or the experimenter are going to change the type of soda. For example, like sweet soda or plain soda or something like that, that is going to give effect toward blood sugar levels. For example, when it's sweeter, so the blood sugars are going to be increased and something like that. Third one, how does phone use before bedtime affect the sleep? The independent variables of this kind of research is that the amount of phone use before bed. So the experimenter changes the amount of use the amount of phone using before going to bed itself. So the researchers are going to measure the result, which is the number of hours of sleep itself and also the quality of sleep. And the last example is that how well do the different plant species tolerate salt water? Independent variable is the amount of salt added to the plant's water. So one, for example, like one plant's given much salt and one another is not given that much salt. So at the end, the researchers are going to measure the plant growth and also another things. Okay, so that's all the examples. um, Next, so variables in other types of research. Outside an experimental setting, researchers often cannot directly manipulate or change the independent variable that they are interested in. Uh, for example, like in social science. Instead, they must find already existing example of the independent variables and investigated it how the changes in this variable affect the dependent variable. For example, when researchers are interested in whether a higher minimum wage impacts employment rates, so the researchers cannot control the minimum wage itself by themselves. So instead, the researchers look at the state that raised its minimum wage last year and compare it to a neighbor state that did not, meaning that researchers can also use variables that already exist in society or and comparing it to another country, for example. So the independent variable is the minimum wage that researchers can search in the data that exists. So by comparing the difference in outcomes between the two states itself, that at the end the researchers can investigate whether the change in minimum wage had an effect on employment rates itself. In non-experimental research, for example, it's more difficult to establish a definite cause and effect relationship because other variables that you haven't measured might be influencing changes. So these are known as confounding variables. In types of research where the exact relationship between variables is less certain, so the researchers might use different terms for independent and dependent variables. For example, like explanatory variables, predictor variables that we are going to learn in another time. So the next one, what is control variable? A control variable is any factor that is controlled or held constantly during an experiment. Its use is also known as controlled variable or constant variable. Unlike the independent and dependent variables, control variables are not a part of the experiment, but they are important because they could affect the outcome of the research. Take a look at the difference between a control variable and a control group. What is the importance of these variables? Remember that the independent variables is the one you change. The dependent variable is the one that you measure in response to this change. And the control variables are any other factors you control or hold constantly so that they can influence the experiments. Control variables are really important because they make it easier to reproduce the experiments. And also it's going to increase confidence in the outcome of experiment itself. For example, when you conducted an experiment examining the effect of color on of color of light on plant growths, but you did not control the temperature, it might affect the outcome. So in this research, temperature is the control variables. It might affect the outcome so that one light source might be hotter than the other, affecting the plant growth and something like that. Means that if we did not control another variable that also give impact toward our results, at the end our hypothesis might be rejected, right? So sometimes we think that we have controlled everything except the independent variables, but the results are not even exact, right? This could be due to what is called as a confounding variables. um yeah. So that's all the importance of control variables. Another example of control variables is that the durations of the experiment. For example, like how many times you do the experiments are also important because at the end also affect what the results, right? Another example is temperature, humidity, or pressure you give toward your experiments. I think that's all about the types of variables today. I hope that you guys are going to understand the presentations. Thank you very much for your attentions. I would like to say sorry to for some mistaken I've done. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.